TravelSites.com presents Post-COVID-19 Travel Plans. What will your 220 vacation look like? A couple of months ago, a barrage of articles was published listing the best travel destinations in 2020. For example, Conde Nast Traveller put out their list of the best holiday destinations for 2020 and included countries like Japan, Croatia, Lebanon, and China. The New York Times released an article on 52 places to go in 2020 and listed Bolivia, Austria, and Israel as some of the most impressive travel destinations for the year. As we made our plans for spring break and summer vacation with our friends and family, none of us ever thought we'd find ourselves quarantined in our homes amidst a pandemic that continues to ravish the world. Not only have most airline operations come to a standstill, but even liberties such as stepping outside of our houses has been restricted in some locations. The thought of going anywhere, let alone on vacation to an exotic destination, seems laughable at the moment. But according to Wayne Smith, the chairman of the Department of Hospitality and Tourism Management at the College of Charleston, many tourist destinations will most likely promote an aggressive marketing strategy that will entice you to travel as soon as the all-clear is given. So what will travel be like after the coronavirus peaks? Will the airports and hotels be as packed as they once were? Or will people continue to take precautions and stay at home? We know that demand will become stronger over time, but what about now? According to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, all non-essential travel should be avoided by high-risk travelers, such as the elderly or those with chronic medical conditions or people who have weakened immune systems. Many states across the U.S. have instilled a stay-at-home order for everyone regardless of age or health, often imposing fines or jail time for those who leave their homes for anything other than essential activities. So, in short, travel as I'm speaking now in early April is probably not allowed for you. Luggage Hero is a platform that connects users to a network of short-term luggage storage options, and they conducted an extensive study to see how people in the travel industry will adapt to the new situation. A survey was conducted on participants from all over the world, and their analysis of the answers gives us a bit of insight into what to expect immediately as well as the rest of the year. 2,496 people participated in the survey. 61% of them said they had a trip planned for March or April, and of those, 38% had already canceled their plans, with another 32% on the brink of canceling. Now, this isn't surprising given that the virus will peak in many countries during the same time period, and canceling travel plans is almost mandatory because of canceled flights and closed hotels. The remaining 24% said they were going to try and make their trip as planned but would take precautions to avoid public transportation, crowded places, and big cities. But what about after April? Can families enjoy a summer vacation together in 2020? The temperatures will rise and schools will close, at least they usually do, so summer should be a prime time for families to escape for a change in scenery and quality time together. According to the Luggage Hero survey, many people continue to be hopeful that they can keep their post-May 2020 travel plans. 7% of the respondents have already canceled trips that planned between May and September of this year, while 57% plan on visiting their destinations as long as there won't be any quarantine rules in place. Now, that's more than half who plan to keep their travel plans this summer, but many are reconsidering how and where they'll travel. Let's take a look at some common changes travelers are going to make. First of all, staying inside the country. Domestic travel is going to increase in the foreseeable future, while international travel will take a little longer to build up. On the plus side, if you decide to fly abroad, you don't have to worry about the air quality on the plane, as the COVID-19 virus is not airborne like the measles or chickenpox. The virus doesn't stay suspended in the air, according to Dr. Yvonne Maldonado, an infectious diseases specialist and professor of pediatrics and epidemiology at Stanford Medicine. That being said, you could still catch it if you touch the same surface or sit near an infected person who transmits large droplets through coughing or sneezing in your vicinity. Another option is not traveling far from home. A lot of people are wary of even leaving their state. Road trips, staycations, and visits to nearby B&Bs will be a lot more popular in 2020. Oil and gas prices have already dropped drastically, so you can take advantage of that and go on the road trip you've been planning for years. In addition, vacations will be short. While the average American usually goes on a vacation for 1 or 2 weeks, the struggling economy will mean that most people will shorten their usual summer vacation to 3 or 4 day extended weekends. I mean, let's face it, do people even have the money to travel? So far, we've seen a drop in the stock market, business closures, mass layoffs, all of which are adding to the steadily declining economy. An economic forecast update released by Forbes magazine predicts that the pandemic will hurt the economy in 4 basic ways: supply chain failures, the direct effects between illness and lost work, the effects of self-isolation and quarantine, and drop in demand as people's incomes become limited by job or profit loss. That being said, experts from the travel and tourist industry expect to bounce back as soon as travel limitations are lifted. The travel industry is so lucrative and people spend billions every year visiting new destinations and enjoying new experiences. Worldwide travelers are adapting to the current situation and are redrawing their expenses, and rightly so. 40% of those who responded to the Luggage Hero survey said they will maintain their initial 2020 holiday budget as planned, while over 25% of them said they would have to reduce travel-related expenditures by nearly 50%. Though we've had to sacrifice a lot in exchange for it, travelers can look forward to some savings this summer. Airlines, hotels, and tourist destinations will most likely offer discounts as part of their plan to get things up and running again. This recovery strategy may include cheaper flights or free hotel stays with minimum purchase. Cruise lines will probably offer some very steep bargains, seeing as how they've been the subject of several COVID-19 related headlines in the near past. So, do you go big or go home? If you're going to have more than a quick getaway after the coronavirus outbreak, then some of these tips may help you when planning your travels. First of all, get travel insurance. This saved a lot of people a lot of money during the unexpected outbreak. Though it may seem like an unnecessary additional expense when booking your flight or hotel, having travel insurance can really save you a lot of money in case you have to cancel your plans. Predictions have been made that there will be a lot of uncertainty surrounding COVID-19, but it could take months to confirm a vaccine or cure. Be on the safe side and get travel insurance. An additional tip: most credit cards already have built-in travel insurance if you use them to make the purchase. Secondly, stick to brands you know. A lot of companies will be offering too good to be true offers, and that's exactly what they are, too good to be true. Stay away from companies who are on the brink of bankruptcy and instead opt for financially stable brands that will ensure you have a great experience. But where can you go when it's all said and done? Most popular tourist destinations have turned into red zones for the coronavirus, all influenced by high traffic of people from all over the world who come to enjoy the tourist destination. Though things will calm down, and you should definitely keep these popular travel spots in mind, 2020 might be the year to go places that don't often make the list. While almost every region across the world has come in contact with COVID-19, the continent of Antarctica is being called the world's safest place, since it's the only one without any cases. Once travel is allowed, you can take this year's trip to cruise spots like Deception Island or Elephant Island. Other nations that have seen very few cases and should be considered when planning your travels are Africa, South America, and even Russia. These smaller nations have averaged between 3 and 30 cases so far, while Russia has reported less than 7,000 cases from its population of over 144 million people. You can spend your summer taking in the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt, or you can meet a giraffe face-to-face in Tanzania's Serengeti National Park, or you could pamper yourself at a luxurious resort in Mauritius. If you want to be a bit safer, South America is closer to home and houses popular sites like Machu Picchu and Easter Island. That being said, you can take it one step farther and visit lesser-known sites in these countries too. If you want to limit your summer holiday to inside the United States, you might want to opt for states that reported fewer cases of COVID-19. Wyoming, Alaska, and North and South Dakota are among those that have the least number of cases. You can take a road trip to the Grand Teton National Park or check out the awesome rock formations at Badlands National Park. It'll be a great year for spending time outdoors in secluded state parks full of fresh air and lush greenery. If you talk to the travel experts, you'll find that most believe the travel industry will be one of the quickest to bounce back in a post-coronavirus economy. The industry is highly resilient and has come back time and time again from natural disasters, diseases, and national tragedies in the past. But before booking your ticket and packing your bags, remember what has to happen before you take the summer getaway. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has to give the all clear. The State Department must lift the Level 4 travel advisory, and the World Health Organization needs to give the thumbs up as well. Don't just depend on what politicians are saying, the number or lack of coronavirus cases, or even the reopening of tourist attractions. These factors aren't enough to justify travel because most of them are done to boost the economy rather than focus on people's safety. The travel industry will thrive after the coronavirus outbreak calms down. The industry will start rising as soon as restrictions are lifted, and you'll benefit from some amazing deals. You just have to use your better judgment to figure out which time and destination is perfect for you. So, what do you think your 2020 vacation will look like? Leave us a comment below and let us know about it. Like always, this video is brought to you by TravelSites.com, which helps you get the cheapest and best travel experience. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more useful travel tips and exciting places for your next travel adventure.